Welcome back to Etc. Podcast. It's me, Victor, with my co-host Mark. Zoe, don't start. How are you doing today, Mark?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's new? What's going on? Haven't caught up in a while.
No, it's almost been.
Like
The
we
last
haven't.
time I talked to you was last year.
Oh my god.
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
Uh,
Oh
I was
God.
gonna say last time I saw you was when I gave you your Christmas gift, and then also like I feel like we haven't recorded a podcast in like years, but like
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's weird though. Only because like I felt like I guess we just were ahead of the game, just a week ahead. But at the same
yeah,
time, I felt like that wasn't true. I don't know. I feel like we're always like every week doing things
ahead
better.
of it. Like yeah,
I don't know.
I was
I'm
just there
still not.
like
I'm still kind of thinking of the fact that like we're actually doing this. Like we're not in the studio.
I
Like
know I hate it, but
I keep low key forgetting. I'm like, yo, I almost like forgot that that's what we were used to doing, and now I'm sitting here.
got used to it for like 2 minutes and then had to go back
Yeah,
to this again. But yeah, I mean it's good to be here. Zoe, you're gonna have to get comfortable because we're not doing this. You know, fine. But yeah, so it's a new year. It's currently January 3rd for us, so this will be coming out the
it's kind of
5th.
like my third day out here.
Yeah, I don't know. But 2020 was something, man, and we in 2021. I don't think it's gonna be any different. But
I think the first half isn't going to be any different. I think the second
that's
half is going to like.
that's the vibe I'm getting too. But also it kind of depends on like how we handle this first half. Because like if it gets to like May or June and we still ain't get this like taken care of, it's gonna get worse again because it's summer and it's gonna be a whole repeat.
Yeah, I feel like if we don't get the idea of what we need to do in the like if we don't settle and actually like make sense of like how this shit actually is gonna end up being worse, then yeah, it's not gonna look better at that point in time. But if we understand that we're like, okay, it's May around that time, and we're like, all right, we know the precautions we have to take, we know what we got to do, and all this, then we should be all right.
Yeah. So I mean I hope, if it does, I'll be so happy, but I just don't want to get my hopes up and then
I'm
because
not even.
like we really don't know. Like this could literally last like another 10 years and we have no idea of
Oh my
knowing.
god, don't say that.
I
Like,
know, but
say like a year, and I would have been like, yeah. You said 10. I'm
yeah,
like,
but we
god.
don't know. Like we really don't know when this could stop.
Show 10 years, bro. At that point, I might just kill myself.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Like imagine like depending on how long this lasts, that like there are kids being born right now and like people are getting pregnant right now. And say this does last like 10 years or like 15 years, like long, like say if it's really long term and these kids get to the age where like they're like on social media, the like memes and like shit that comes out is gonna be like mad funny to think
Oh
about.
yeah.
To be like, yo, like what the fuck is like going to school with a bunch of people,
Right.
like, or like they just gonna think the idea of being in crowds is just dirty because they were never used to that.
That is pretty crazy, yeah.
Like they're gonna grow up in a world where this is their normal. And if we go back to like concerts and shit, they're gonna be like, yo, that's freaking gross. Like you could get sick, like super hypochondriac
Tripping.
type.
Tripping. See me there.
I know. They're gonna be like,
Like,
yo, like that's so dirty. And then that ends up being the thing that like we disagree on. Cause
bro, just
like every generation has like that thing of like, oh, like that's like there's an old way and then the new like kind of like for example, like it's kind of drastic difference, but like gay marriage. Like we were more like for it and more like progressive with it. And then past year like generations were just like, oh, like I don't know, if that's
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
This could be like our thing, like being in crowds and shit. Like they might
I
think we dirty.
I think that's pretty like interesting, and I also think the idea of like if we ever have kids, but we don't have to worry about them, sneaking out or anything like that, because they probably won't.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, I'm staying in." I'm like, "All right, but have fun." So pretty
What were you
interesting.
about to say earlier? I kind of cut you off on my
No, that was
idea.
it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that like our kids, I wouldn't have to worry about them saying they want to go anywhere because they'll probably
Yeah.
just be like, "I just want to stay in my room." I'll be like, "All right, you're
You
kind of
gotta tell
boring."
them like, yo, go somewhere.
I know.
You
I'll
don't
be
want
like,
to you don't want to break the rules a little bit, no?
I know, like,
You don't want to
God.
get grounded.
It's like, okay, I'm going to bed early. Not gonna make sure I'm gonna not hear a single thing. Nothing
Headphones
to do.
on, car keys on on the
Yeah,
dining
car
room
keys.
table.
Whoops. Oh, forgot these were here. they're just like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, nothing. Just doing my daily routine before I go to bed early." All right, have fun.
Hope nobody comes over while I'm asleep.
All right.
Hopefully
No,
my
I'm
son,
just gonna stay here. Just do nothing. Be on
hopefully
my
my son
phone
doesn't sneak some girl in and clap some.
and clap some cheeks. Wow, that will be something. Get her pregnant.
Oh my god! Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm like, okay, I went too far.
But no, I mean, hopefully it is. Like I, that's kind of the same idea again too. Of just like maybe half the year will be like that, and then the other half will be dope. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. But 2020 was something everybody's kind of wanted to forget. Zoe, I swear on everything.
She said,
I
"I'm still
have to
doing
get up
this."
again.
She said, "I'm doing this all 2021 again.
You know what?
Let's go."
You're gonna do this.
She said, "Oh my
We're
god."
gonna use you for the views and the previews. We're gonna throw you on here. If you're gonna interrupt the show, we're gonna have you here. Just look at her. Oh, look at her
Zoe!
collar. I got her for Christmas.
What is it?
It literally looks like a driver's license, and it has like all her information on it.
That's funny.
It's like her name, like address and phone number and stuff.
Zoe.
She's like,
She's like, "Oh god."
look at the camera. But yeah, it's kind of cool, and it has her that one famous picture where she's all husky on it.
Hey, husky Zoe. That's all we know.
Go back to being lazy. Stay there though. Like, don't try and go outside again, please. I don't know what your problem is. But yeah. So also, what I want to talk about today, before we were rudely interrupted by that chubby thing, is I remember last year for a Thursday video, we sat down. Well, me, you, and Quinn sat down. And we kind of talked about our goals for 2020 before we knew Corona was a thing, or like was going to be such a big thing. So I went through the video, wrote down what each of us said, and like I just want to like hear your reaction, like see what you think about it, or see if you achieved these. So I'll go with mine first, just so we can like go through it. So a lot of them were like ETC based. Was one, get our ETC the first recording space. Check. We did that. We out here. We did that together. Do our first merch drop. We did that. We out here 2 for 2. I want to get back on my exercising tip, which I did. Kind of happy about that. And I bought some like equipment for the crib, even though, you know, Corona got in the way. So shout out that.
It worked out.
I want to get my first internship. I've been interviewing like crazy. Got a little email earlier last night. I'm a little happy. So it's 2021, but we did it. It's a little asterisk here. Travel didn't work out.
I mean,
I was about to. I had my bank account ready. I was about to be in Rome for like 6 weeks for study abroad, and then, you know, Italy became like a big centerpiece for Corona, and I was like, not going to that. I'm staying my ass home. Another thing that was mentioned was I wanted to like a part of traveling, but it didn't really get to work out. It could have happened, but I didn't like kind of force it, was to go to a different sports stadium I had mentioned last year. And like some of the stadiums are like kind of open. So like I could have done it, but like I didn't really make an effort to because of Corona. So those are two that kind of got X'd out, but Corona. We want to start getting our first guest on the show. We bodied that even with Corona. Did a lot of that. One that I started it, but I ain't pushed it as much, is I want to like start a Philly creative support group with like the people that we know personally, they're creatives. I made the Discord server. We got some people in there, but we're not really pushing it as much. We should probably do that like for this year.
True.
And then my last one was play with a monkey, but it didn't work out.
Okay, I think that was just like a fun one,
like a far out there, yeah.
Just see how far I could take this year.
And then to Quentin's, he didn't have too many, but it was work on his car and get promoted at his job. I don't know if that's happened yet or not. We not as frequently.
Like that probably happened.
And then he wanted to work with Mr. Beast and talk to Ellen, get her to respond to one of his DMs.
I feel like both of those happened.
Think so?
Yeah. I think he worked with Mr. Beast in the law, whether if it was on camera or behind the scenes. And Ellen, I'm pretty sure they had a long conversation and they're working some things out. Sure.
Yeah. They're working on their relationship. Yep. And then for you, you mentioned like emphasizing or like getting on the idea or like starting to exercise / diet, like take more attention to your diet.
Yeah. I felt like that. I felt like The exercising was definitely there. I felt like I not as much, but it definitely was there. The diet, I definitely feel like that was there just because I really didn't like eating. Not that I didn't like eating, but I didn't like eating as much like greasy stuff as I used to and just didn't hook on that as much. I felt like I got more interested in eating like a lot of healthier shit. And I felt like I also like, how do I say this? Like broaden my horizons with eating with like different foods and trying different stuff that I haven't eaten like at all. So I was just like, that's pretty cool. Like
That acai,
that
that
acai.
acai
I'm going
slaps.
exactly. Can't nothing compare.
All right, so that's a green check. We count that as a green check. Number two was getting a car, but like
Yeah, but I'm like getting close to that though. So it sucks that it couldn't happen in
you know,
2020, but it's definitely
we're
this
getting
this
there.
year. I promise you. Like if it doesn't, then at that point you can just like slap me. I won't even like
At this
take
point,
it.
we'll buy you a bike. So no.
Yeah, at this point, just buy me a skateboard. I'll learn.
um, next was get your own camera. I feel like that's also kind of in the works.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was definitely looking at it because it was like one of my like top like three things I wanted to. Obviously, it's like a car, and then it was like a camera, and then like another monitor that I have. Like those are like the top three things I kind of really wanted. It was just like it was just crazy because then the holidays came, and then it was like I just I didn't want to focus so much on me because I kind of was doing that already in the beginning of like the year, and I was just like at the end I was like I felt like giving, so I was like I want to be on that type of
Yeah.
time. So
All right. So, and then from that, we got into building your first PC. We did it. We
yeah,
out
we're
here.
here. We're here. Oh my
Got the whole
god.
setup going.
Yeah.
And then also number two, bouncing off of that, was starting to stream more and stream consistently. We out here. We
We're
did
here.
you
Oh my
did that.
god. Oh my god.
And then from another thing you mentioned was to do better in school. Now, Mark,
Yeah.
did you do better in school?
Yes. Yes, I did. I
You
did
did
better
better.
in school. Yes. Yes.
A's. We seeing
Yes.
A's.
Yes. Yes. You're seeing
We don't
A's.
gotta do no pow pow. We don't gotta do
No. No. No.
none of that.
Don't need to slap me silly. No.
All right. We love to see it. And then
Yes. Yes. Yes.
your last thing was also from what I had mentioned was
Thank you.
working on or getting into internship because we were about to graduate soon.
Yeah, I've been looking into some stuff like the same situation as you. It was just like I was emailing some people and stuff like that, and then it was just that idea of like waiting to get that response, and then like it just never,
Yeah. Some people
So
just
it's
don't be
just like,
looking at them applications.
and I guess it's just because
Indeed.com just be like throwing that shit into the void.
yeah, and I guess it's just this whole thing with like COVID. People would just think like no one really either wants to hire, but at the same time, they probably still have those things they still have them up as like, oh yeah, apply, and then it's like,
Eventually,
oh,
yeah.
and
We'll get
that's
to
true.
it.
when we feel like it.
Yeah.
So
And then, so that was pretty much it from like 2020 goals. Um yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. I feel like a lot of stuff that we didn't get through is because of Corona, but like we
yeah,
for what the circumstances were, we did pretty good.
and I feel like
Um
some things are also like in the works and coming.
yeah, so like it
Like
might so it's like 2020, but like plus like a couple months, like
it's 2020/2021.
yeah,
It's like we
like
carried it.
as long as it gets done. So you get a little bit of was it a curve. There's a curve on it.
Yeah, we all did bad. So here's the here's the curve, and there she goes. Let's get it.
So 2021. Do you have some? Do you have something you want to
I
share?
have some off the top of my head. I can definitely.
All right, just freestyle them bars.
Shit. Okay.
It got to be in freestyle layout. You can't just
Oh
talk it.
man,
So no, I'm kidding. I'm
now you're over
kidding.
here. Like shit. Shit. Now I'm drawing a blank. Fuck.
2021 goals.
2021 goals. I mean, like it sucks. I don't want to say it like first, but definitely some of the ones we just talked about, like getting my car for sure. I want to do more. How would I say this? Well, I wouldn't say I want to do more. I just feel like for ETC, but then again, it all depends on fucking how everything's going. But with the use of cameras, to do more stuff, not really so much heavily on vlogging, but to do more video stuff, like, create more rather than, you know, not. I guess not just say like to do the podcast, I guess you would say to do more, innovative stuff with, everything, just because I guess also I would say for another thing with this is to also like do more collab work, talk more with people to figure out exactly, how we can make a video or just be a part of it in some sort of way we can just kind of, put our name out there. And I feel like we're starting to get into that just off of the guest part of view. Like we're getting those people the ideas and the recognition for the stuff they do, and it kind of bounces back to us, and everybody can see what we do and everything like that. But I feel like it's definitely time after this hard year, going in 2021 now, to kind of like put in that idea that ETC podcast is a thing, but we definitely have more.
Yeah.
And it's not just a podcast. And we should definitely make that known that we're not just a podcast. And I feel like that's what we really should strive on for this year.
Yeah.
So that's just like a couple things. Yeah.
Was that your last one? Or you about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have more, but like,
wait, you just
I haven't written down, so I'm like,
I'll help you out here. So, so for 2021, I don't know where to start. I want to stay from the. I'll just start from the top. So, I want to start either one of these three things. Basically just start like a side hustle for myself, whether it be like my CDL, real estate, or like just like e-commerce type thing. Just something on the side for me. Another thing is I want to either start learning one of the three things, either an instrument, a language, or how to skateboard, like you mentioned earlier. It's just something. It's just something I want to know how to do. Like I just want to be. I don't want to like full blown like do tricks and stuff. I just want to be able to like do the basics.
Like if
somebody passed me one, I'd be able to be out.
Or not even that. Come on, Victor. Let's be real. Like say like, oh, I'm late for something. You're running. You see a kid riding a skateboard. You just push them off and you take it. You're like, okay, now I know how to ride it. You see?
Yeah. So that's one thing. And like in terms of the instruments thing, I kind of started something here. Let me see if this will extend. If I can reach it.
This man got a whole trumpet, yo.
Yeah. How you know?
This man got a whole clarinet.
So like Christmas Eve, I was like, I couldn't sleep.
Monica.
No, I couldn't sleep. And I was like, I had this stuff in my wish list on Amazon for a minute now. And then like Christmas Eve and it turned like Christmas. And I was like, yo, you know what? Like I ain't really do nothing for me. I ain't getting nothing for me. So like I just pulled the trigger on this thing. And it's gonna be like, it comes with like software and everything. So for like 2021, I'm gonna try to learn, mess with that. And like make some stuff like background music for like ETC and like Twitch and stuff like that, because copyright be annoying, and I get to make stuff how I want to make it, and it just be kind of fun to learn. So there's that. Then obviously like from that, just like moving on from that, obviously graduate from college. Hopefully, if I'm still on the fence about it, but get admitted to grad school for my master's, which I'm kind of. And then also, I mean, I'm kind of already in the process of start my internship, and then eventually a full-time job somewhere with my degree. I already mentioned the side hustle stuff. I want to learn After Effects. I feel like that I do all of our videos on Premiere, and I feel like I've kind of just like I know Premiere now. Like it's not like I know it like the back of my hand. I know what to do with it. But After Effects is how you get into like the more like for the viewer of just like a whole like that's dope effects type, like more in depth or like more deeper
special
stuff.
Effects, I guess. Or
yeah, but like it gives you more like just better with like transitions and just like all like intros and stuff. It makes things look smoother. And I feel like that'll be good to like grab the attention of new people. Be like, yo, like this looks professional as hell. And like Premiere is more of just like structuring it and like sound and stuff like that, which I know how to do, but I want to know like little special stuff. And I've been wanting. It's much more difficult than Premiere. So like I want to start doing that this year. Another goal for ETC would be I want to do 2 clothes drops this year. So one in the spring/summer, one in the fall/winter. I want to do our first like charity work, like some type of charity thing through ETC, whether it be like Christmas time or school time or anything like that. I want to try that this year. Personally, I want to work towards like Twitch partnership, I'm sure, which is something you want to do as well.
Yeah, I had that in my head. I was going to say, but I was waiting for you to be done. Yeah.
So me, I mean, I guess me more affiliate because I haven't gotten there yet. Yeah. Like you said before, improve ETC's like quality and growth and like expand into more things, which I feel like we're doing. So obviously we do the podcast, we're doing guests now. We'll do our Thursday videos where we're reacting and like do gaming highlights and all that stuff. We do our streaming on our own. And I talked to you guys like a week or two ago. I don't know how long has been. I feel like I've lost all concept of time, but it's okay. Um, I also mentioned the idea of like a show that I brought to you guys' attention in the ETC group chat, even though Quinn's not in ETC anymore. We
Yeah,
still,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mentioned that. I feel like that'd be a cool thing to like implement, maybe like film like 5 or 10 episodes and just release that like as a like week to week thing. But we like, it's a show, you know, like it's not a
Yeah.
podcast, not like something that
No,
we
yeah.
take, like we have like either one of us or somebody else like film and we get a guest and we do all that and like it'll be something completely new and like different from a podcast or like what we do for Thursday videos, like something that's
Yeah,
planned
yeah,
out with
yeah.
like shots and sets and all
Yeah,
that.
it's almost not like a talk show, but in a sense like a talk show because it's like again, it's not set up like a podcast, but you know, you're sitting there in like some chairs, an
Mhm.
environment where it's like, you know, you're just talking and shit.
It's
And
also just like the whoever we bring on, the experience with the
mhm.
thing that we're doing at the time, and just like just more, it's just a little bit more structured. It's like an actual like something you would see on TV type, where it's just like we go to a set, we do what we do, we do, like be ourselves,
Definitely,
but
I definitely feel like we should do like a type of like a night show type thing
that's
where
what
we
I
have
that's
like
what I
we have
intended
the
it.
yeah, like we have the guests or whatever, and we literally have it structured with every guest. I guess it could depend too on what they do. You know, you can try to work around that, but always have something where you know you talk to the person. Y'all have like you know you show the people what they do, and we always like also we could probably like play a game or something
Mhm.
with them and like you know do like some type of game show type like game
Yeah.
and do that as well. I think that'd be
That's
dope.
how I intended it. So like, I mean, I talked about. I don't want to talk about it too much on here, but like, I when I mentioned it to you guys, it was just like late night. Like the intention of it, of like the name of it, kind of intends like it being late night, and like also the other stuff that I mentioned, it just kind of ties in well. So I want it to be
Late
like, so I want it to be like a nighttime type of theme show.
late night etc.
Yeah. So so that ties into us like doing more, and like we can obviously plan more things out as well in the meantime. And like we have mentioned other ideas before that we never really did. So maybe we can make a habit of like filming our ideas more. Like I mean, obviously it's gonna take more time out of us because we already do
Yeah,
these
yeah,
two
yeah.
videos. But
Mhm.
like to get used to the idea of like we have our ideas and we instead of doing every week thing, we just film like 5 episodes of it and then release it and like spend months editing and planning
Yeah,
it
yeah,
out
yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
release it at a later date.
Yeah, yeah.
So that'd
I
be
see what
cool
you
to
mean.
do. So it's easier than us having the pressure of trying to pump it out every week. We do
Yeah,
things in seasons and we can up the quality and stuff like that, which would be fun.
yeah.
Um, and then I wanted to just build on the things that I started in like 2020 of just like meditating, obviously with ETC and like investing and stuff like that. Little things, little habits that I picked up, like reading. I like read a book like every month throughout quarantine. I was happy about that. Like I went from not reading at all to doing that frequently.
Hmm.
So I want to keep up with that. And then another thing, I guess I can talk about this in depth. So I haven't really talked about it with you yet, but the idea of establishing like a website for ETC where aside from our usual merch, like where we do our drops, we have a website where like we have like 1 or 2 pieces that are just consistent that people can buy whenever.
Hmm.
Like just as plain, just simple, just t-shirt that says etc. on there. It's like a hoodie or something like that. That's
Yeah.
not like as in depth like design, but just something like, oh, like I want one. And like every time we did our pre-sales, like people would be like, oh, like damn, I wish I could have bought one when the
Yeah.
pre-sale was on. So at least having those little things on there, somebody could just like if they want to buy that, you could cop that. And then
Hmm.
we also have our drops as well. Um yeah. Did you think of any as I like talked
Yeah,
for too
like you
long?
said, definitely with Twitch to get partnered and just to like also just work more. Actually, I remember I was saying this too in my head. I want to like also make a YouTube channel that focuses just on the gaming thing, like for what I do and just like whether it's
On your
clips and all
streams,
that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. And I really want to make a YouTube channel based off that and just take clips from my stream, like you said, and just do all that. And with that, I guess that also kind of it's not that difficult, but to just work more on like learning because you obviously already know everything about it, but
Mhm,
Premiere to like learn more about that and stuff like that, so I can just kind of you know use that because again I was always just like brought up on using Final Cut Pro from
mhm.
fucking Apple and shit like that, and Premiere is just it's not obviously like crazy different, but it's definitely just some shit where you just gotta like kind of so kind of learn that and incorporate that with that. um shit, I had some shit and then just like totally just flew out of my head. Fuck. Crap.
So YouTube channel, Twitch affiliate or Twitch partner.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
Was it like with school? Was it graduating, work, exercise?
I definitely want to like. I don't. I definitely want to get like you said, like well, it's with work. You know, I want to definitely find a job, like a full time job, and to be able after graduating everything like that to find a full time job and everything like that, and hope that it's like with doing something that actually like
Care
corresponds with
about?
like
Yeah.
yeah with my degree and everything like that. Um, but it's just been like difficult to try to do that shit now, where it's like find like a job that actually makes sense, but
Hmm.
um, that's really kind of about it. I mean, like I honestly too, and I've been hearing it a lot, so I kind of really want to do it. Learn definitely just how to speak more Spanish. So it's like I should learn that. I hear it so much, but I feel like what throws me off is hearing people tell me that I don't know it, and it's like
Yeah.
it gets me annoyed because
Yeah.
it's like I get
It's
it,
not
but
my
like
fault.
it's not my fault, and it's like you and like the 30 other people I've heard this from, like what are y'all trying to do here? Are you
Yeah.
trying to embarrass me or help me? Because I don't think it's like it's working at all, depending on what you're doing. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but
That's definitely why I mentioned language. I want to like brush up and like feel more comfortable with it. So like I'm gonna do some type of app or something and just like do it every day, just so I can feel more comfortable just talking in a public
it's
setting.
gonna pop up with Japanese
No,
next to you.
I'm
I
gonna
want
do
to be
I'm
like,
gonna no I'm gonna do Spanish for sure. I want to like master it. Like
oh, okay,
I want to do
yeah,
better with it. But yeah. So obviously I'm job as well. But yeah, that's good. Then I had like a little side one. I was like, if COVID is done, I added to it
Mhm.
like a little list. I was just like,
P.S.
I want to like either. So again, I brought up the sports stadium thing that I mentioned earlier. Travel to a new country, or I want a road trip to like the West Coast.
Oh, that's exactly it. That's now that you say that, I remember. I was gonna say travel, just to go to.
Mhm.
I want to go to another country again.
Yeah,
To just leave this.
yeah. You don't gotta say
This
nine. It's okay.
godforsaken place.
And then what you had mentioned earlier of just like more collaborations between other creators or events, if
Mhm.
like that's able to happen, because
Yeah,
obviously it's hard to be in public, like bigger gatherings because of what's going on.
yeah.
And then last, I thought of possibly getting a tattoo, but I don't know if that's like a thing. I'm thinking about it, but
Yeah,
it's just like right now you still could, but it's difficult because like anybody who's like worth getting a tattoo from is like booked months in advance or like still are backed up with all the ones that got canceled because of quarantine.
yeah.
So they're just like getting those people out the way before they can even get new people. So like I want to wait until that clears up, and hopefully that is by like hopefully like by the time you said like June-esque, things are
Mhm.
starting to clear up and like I can book something in like towards the end of this year. But yeah,
It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
hopefully.
Yeah.
My thing is that yeah, it's such a bit like I'll have ideas and they sound good and then I think about them for a while and then like either I'll start to second guess a little bit or like I don't know like how I want it to look, and it's just like
Oh,
it's such a big commitment, man. It's
yeah, it
just
is.
and then I'm still on the fence, like I don't know if I want to like keep just clear skin for the rest of my life or like have something like I can't go back.
I literally was like in my head thinking like I definitely want to get one, but I don't know whether to start big or to start small. And not really start big as to go super crazy, but I could literally just start, a piece of where I want it to be big and just kind of start it off somewhere,
Mhm.
and then eventually, finish it. But I don't know if I want to do that or just get like some very like small tattoo, maybe just like
And
on my hand
just
or
to
like
get
maybe just, somewhere, like just to like
you
have it.
started so you just
Yeah.
feel comfortable with it.
So
Cause I
it's like,
cause, yeah,
go.
cause I know once I get one, it's just gonna be like
Oh no, yeah.
I'm like, oh my
I,
god, this escalated
yeah,
so quick. I'm gonna be
it's
covered.
crazy because like yo, I really want to get like a sleeve, like but like I don't know why in my head it's just like I'm low key not sure. Like I'm sure, but like I just don't know what I would put, and that's what's kind of like scaring me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to think, okay, yeah, I can just do that and then do it, and then I'm just looking at it for the rest of my life, like why? Why? Every time I wake up. But I feel like that's just so cool. I mean, I wouldn't just say a sleeve, any tattoo, honestly. To wake up and to just be like, yo, like this joint on me, like this joint on me, like this ain't no
It's
like
on me,
access.
on me.
This joint not like no accessory. Like I just take this joint off right here. Like, oh, okay, I don't feel like wearing this chain. Throw it away. I don't feel like wearing this bracelet, or like it's just like, yo, this joint is on me.
This ain't no
Like
corner store. Like put some water on it
exactly.
and
This
peel it
ain't
back.
no leave it there and then oh shit, I got the Power Ranger on me. This joint official and this joint on my skin. I think that's just like the best feeling, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this we can look back on this a year from now and be like, oh, like body that shit. Like that was nothing. We did all
Right.
that
All right.
and more. We grew.
Yeah. You know what I also probably want to get this year? It probably won't happen though. But
What?
if it does, I'll be so happy. If not, this is definitely a 2022. I definitely want to get a dog.
A dog?
Yeah.
Any
I wanna
specific?
get
You
a
just want a
dog.
dog? Period.
I mean, obviously, I have like I forget. There's like three I have. It's either between I can't remember the third one. I have two in my mind, but it's either between like a husky or like a cocker spaniel. Because I've had one before when I was younger, and he was chill. It was nothing crazy. They look nice.
Mm.
I don't know if they shed as much. I know huskies do, so that's a problem. But
Yeah.
but I just want a dog. I feel like I need one. I need a little sidekick.
I'm gonna just pull up a one day. I'm like, here, take care of it. Bye.
Not even. You just leave it like in a basket or
Yeah.
something. I'm just like,
You gonna
who
call me?
did this?
You gonna call me like, bro? Somebody just left a dog. I'm like, that's crazy.
You're like, what? You're like, what? That's what the fuck? What? When? I'm like, just now. I'm like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Next thing you know, I see your fucking green Toyota at the red light, all like other shit.
Yeah, just like what you mean, like you FaceTime me in my car. I'm like, yo, what? You asked me like, where you at? I'm like, I don't know. don't check. Find my iPhone.
All I hear is someone honking behind you, and you just scream, yo, fuck off. I
You
hear
hear
it too.
my?
I'm like, wait. Oh, that's gonna be funny. Or should I get like a corgi? A fat corgi.
A fat corgi.
That corgi won't be able to do anything.
Just little ass legs.
Yeah. It'll happen though.
For sure.
But yeah.
Hopefully, man. We keep pushing. And
Mhm.
things will come into plan.
True.
Just can't lose hope.
Can't lose
Gotta
sight.
keep going.
That's right.
And hopefully one day, or it will one day, make sense. Like, remember when we was just
all makes sense.
remember we was stressing every week on where the hell we was gonna record. Look at that. That was funny, huh? Look at us now.
All right.
Who would have thought?
Shit. Remember we were on Zoom?
And we just living there. But I was like, oh my God.
Look at you, Mark. Look at you now. That's for my future self.
Yeah. Remember when you only had 200 followers on Instagram? You got 200,000. Look at that. Look at y'all. You got 2 million. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Mark? I feel like we've been going at it for a minute.
It's 2021, everybody. Let's make the most of it. We had a hard 2020. Crazy things happen, from just things shutting down to not knowing what to do next, to sickness, to death. Lost a lot of people. It sucks.
R.I.P. MF Doom. He died on Halloween, but we just found out like December 31st.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, many losses, and let's just try to make the most out of this year. And I just feel like it's good. I feel like we can't, think that because it's a new year, everything reset. Gotta understand things still happening. It's all the same. We just gotta know that it can get better. So let's work on that. So yeah, let's do it.
That was beautiful, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a new decade, new president coming soon, like a couple weeks.
See, that's the one thing I remember one time. This was a while ago. I thought about it, but I was like, yo, we got a new president. Like, is that like a thing that we
It-
kind of forgot about?
It's just such a
Like,
delay. It's like another 2 weeks that we gotta wait.
yeah, like it's like that's just so fucking crazy. Where it's like, yo, like remember when we had that dumbass in office, like a couple months ago, and he was fucking shit up. Now he's gone. Like,
Yippee!
and now we got this guy coming in. Yes, but like
Eh, it's just not. It's not that guy.
but it's like, yeah, but it's like Obama was like that was his right hand. So yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, guys. Hopefully, you guys have a great year as well. Hopefully, y'all accomplish everything that y'all want to do. We're gonna try and do the same.
That's right.
We love y'all. We see you next week. Bye.